rocking and rolling. And, we were just talking about one grandpa. We're going to go to a couple other guys who are playing in Thursday Night Football. Maybe you have heard of them. None of them grandpas. But look, I'm not the one who said it, but it is the Icy Hot Bowl on Thursday Night Football. So says Cam Hayward. With Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco at quarterback, 40-41. Here we go. So the Icy Hot Bowl is coming your way on Thursday night. Thank you, Cam Hayward, for the description there. And look, Flacco recently, of course, moved from Cleveland to Cincinnati. Mike Tomlin actually had some pretty interesting comments about that, which are not typically in line with Mike Tomlin. I feel like he does not usually sort of stick his hand out there and talk about that stuff. But I also think it's one of those, this is like the AFC North, and weird things happen in the AFC North. And we know that Flacco's not who he was, but for a long time in those years, Tomlin had to contend with him. And he won a Super Bowl, of course, with Baltimore. I don't have to tell you that, Travis. And look, he can still throw the ball. So he's got the two of the best receivers in the game now playing on his side. So it's kind of one of those where I don't know that you're going to get a ton of consistency with it, because the offensive line is more like Swiss cheese than anything else. But that doesn't mean he's not going to connect and make some plays and maybe make your life a little bit more difficult in the North down the road.
Listen, I am so ready for Joe Flacco to is it time to retire? Like, Joe, Jade, he's been killing me. Joe Flacco's been killing me. He used to beat the hell out of my college team. I covered him in college. Like, he went to Delaware, I went to Towson. So that was a team that used to just smash my college. So I watched him destroy us, okay? Then I go to my long, illustrious career, which started in Baltimore. Who do you think I covered there? Now this guy, he just won't go away. I need Joe to leave. So here's the deal. The Steelers are going to win this game. Out of the two icy hot old men in this, Aaron Rodgers is better. It's that simple, okay? The Steelers are going to win this game. I think the Steelers are going to win this division. Here's again, looking in the crystal ball. I'll take the Steelers to win the division. Stay with me, Jade. Lamar comes back. The Ravens are a wild card team. The Ravens go to Pittsburgh. I still call it Heinz Field. I don't know what the hell it's called now. The Ravens go there and beat them. How Steelers would that be? Even Steelers fans right now hate what I just said, but they go, he's probably got a point. Like, it just feels so ripe for this. I'll take the Steelers in this game.
Well, winning a playoff game has proven to be very difficult. Look, there's been so much consistency under Mike Tomlin that they don't have any losing seasons, but trying to get in the playoffs and win a playoff game has proven to be very, very difficult for the Pittsburgh Steelers for a number of years now. They're hoping that Aaron Rodgers is the difference. I also will take the Steelers to win this one on Thursday night against this Bengals team that, quite honestly, no Joe Burrow, and you are just in a totally different place. I think everybody has been finding that out. We got another London game on tap this weekend. So we have the Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, of course, got the big win against Kansas City and then stumbled a little bit after that one and, are coming off of a loss. London is kind of like their second home. They've played a lot of games in London over the years. How do you see this one?
Chet, could you bring me my tea and crumpets for this segment, please? Thank you. Look, I'm sick of the Jags. I've lost money betting against them this year, and they keep winning, especially that damn game against the Chiefs. The ugliest game-winning run you've ever seen in your life. What was Trevor Lawrence doing there? Stumbling and bumbling all over himself. He got up and he's like, damn, no one touched me? Guess I'll run in for the game winner. I don't believe in this team at all. I think they're fugazi. I'll take the Rams. I'm sick of the Jags. Someone beat them already. I'm sick of fans. People hear me hate on them on TV. All I hear out in the streets, Duval, screw you, Duval. Rams are going to win this game over in London, bloke.
bloke. I like the Rams. I just think that Puka is one of the top receivers in this league, and that Jags pass defense is suspect. So to think that Matt Stafford and Puka and beyond are not going to find a way to exploit that, I have a hard time thinking that won't be the case.
Are you picking them if Puka's out? Are you going to pick him if Puka's out because he might not play?
He might not play, but I still think that Matt Stafford's going to make the most of whoever he has out there.
Okay.
And I'll take the Rams to win in Jacksonville's other home over there.
Okay.
Across the pond in London. Another huge game on tap. Philadelphia, of course, coming off of 2 straight losses, goes to Minnesota to take on Brian Flores. That Vikings defense. He's always good to bring a wrinkle, and man, that Philly offense has it has not been the same. I mean they got pounded by the Giants. That was ugly on Thursday Night Football. I mean, I know they're basically coming off of a mini bye here in Philly, but like this is a team that we talked about this a few minutes ago, right? About how the Kansas City Chiefs, it was all sort of like it's okay, they're gonna figure this out, and then sure enough, like they went out there on Sunday night and they look pretty darn good against a Detroit Lions team that we know is legit. I feel like we kind of need to see a performance like that from the Philadelphia Eagles. After the last 2 games, what we've seen out of them, it just feels like there's a lot that feels mighty shaky there. Like, I don't know if it's always sunny in Philadelphia right now. It's actually not. It has been a wreck of a sports week for the past week and a half. My husband's from Philly. I have had to live this. Like, I know how bad it has been.
Oh man, give him my condolences. Listen, I actually think the Commanders blew an opportunity against the Bears because if you win that game, like the way the Eagles are playing right now, that division looks wide open. The Giants are feeling themselves. If the Commanders could have won that game against the Bears, they were in a really good position. I still think the division's wide open, but ultimately, I do believe the Eagles will kind of figure it out. But isn't it so NFL? And if I had more stones, I would bet this, but I ain't doing it. Isn't it so NFL if Carson Wentz, with this great, just like hot shot, quarterback whispering, offensive genius coach in Kevin O'Connell beats his old team? Wouldn't that be something? It just feels so NFL, but I'm not going to bet on that. For the sake of you and I here, I'll take the Eagles and play it safe.
You're going to play it safe. Play it safe. Look, it is a mighty interesting one. And obviously, I mean, you look back in that storyline, Carson Wentz was really like he was an MVP candidate that season until he got hurt, with the ACL and then everything, Nick Foles came in and they went up winning the Super Bowl and all of that. He was part of that team. Like they didn't have the same season that they did when wasn't their starter, and then we all know like his career has really just bounced around.
That's right.
Since then. So this is going to be really interesting to see, what it looks like. I don't know. He has some injury concerns. JJ McCarthy obviously has been dealing with an injury as well. So there's a lot to watch for in this one. I don't even have a feel for this game. I'll be honest with you, like on who I want to pick. I guess I'll go with the Eagles because I just feel like they've got to go out there and show that they can put something together offensively.
Jade, your husband watches this. You better pick the Eagles. You got to go home.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? You better pick the Eagles.
Yep.
You can't pick Carson Wentz at a time like this, Jade. You can't do it. You can't do it.
He'll be like, wait a minute, where do we live? Like, what is going on right now? What is going on right now? Come on, honey.
Take the Eagles.
Come on.
Take the Eagles.
You know how bad it's been, right? Like,
yes.
He went to Penn State. His head coach just got fired. I mean, it's all just, it's all just going downhill. The Phillies got blown out on a terrible play. Okay, I'm just off the rails now. Let's move
Oh,
on. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets, the winless New York Jets. I like how you're just like, ugh, do we even have to?
this is the toilet bowl, Jay. Like, look, I guess
We got the icy hot bowl and we got the toilet bowl.
Right? I mean, this game's poopy. Like, if the Jets are gonna win a game, now would be a chance you could roll the dice. But let me tell you something about rolling dice on the Jets. My Dumas took over on the win total for the Jets because I believed in them in the offseason. What the hell was I drinking that day? I took over 6.5 wins for the Jets. Not only did I take that ticket, Jade, and set it on fire already, even though I know mathematically it's still possible, I set it on fire already, tinkled on it to put it out, picked it back up, and set it on fire again. I'm not hitting that bet. The Jets stink. At this point, I hope they go over. Give me the Panthers.
Have you ever heard the expression TMI?
Also,
just
you can tell I have kids because I use tinkled in a sentence, Jade. That's next level dadding. I'm at a 99 overall for dadding right now.
Well, I mean, look, you do have this going for you. You've had the Titans get the number one overall pick, and you've also had the Jets get the number one overall pick at this point. So
that's a good point.
I mean, like pick your bad to worse here. I mean,
yeah. It's bad.
I will take the Carolina Panthers in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, quite honestly, like until the Jets win a game, how do you pick them to win a game?
You can't.
I think it just has to be that simple at this point.
And they may not win a game. That's also on the table.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. Who do you take in the Titans game with the Patriots?
I'm going to go Patriots. I just think it's going to look a lot like the Saints game. I know Vegas thinks that the Patriots are 2 touchdown favorites in there. I mean, I don't believe that. I think it's 7.5 last I looked. It's probably going to be very similar to the Saints game. I don't think we'll be quite as nervous. The refs clearly had the Saints on the money line or something. I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think the Titans, will feel a little more comfortable as Patriots fans that they're in control. But I think the score will be a little closer than we all thought. Does that make sense? Like I could see the Titans, maybe losing by 6, maybe 7 points in this, and it doesn't feel quite as close as the score is. But I think they'll hang in there and make this ugly.
Yeah, I think the Patriots will win, hopefully a little bit more decisively than that, just based on what I've seen out of that Titans team. But again, I think it's where we were. Like they have to go down and they have to focus on what they need to do, and they need to play their kind of game, and they have to play a full 60 minutes of football. Without turning the ball over and doing the things. And look, I mean, at some point, I don't have to harp on this now, but at some point, the Patriots have to get this run game going because they really just haven't been able to. And Drake May can't be your leading rusher every week. Like it's just at some point, it's not going to work. At some point, it becomes like late December, and you got to be able to run the football and run down the clock and all those kinds of things. So that's something that I think is going to continue to be a focus for this Patriots team.